Okay, I didn't feel like typing it, so I'm gonna record it. And this is just to explain why people seem like they have more than one personality, or people will say, you one way and you two-faced. Well, to explain that spiritually concerning relationships, whatever your foundation is in a relationship with a person, whatever the main thing is that you all have in common, and you begin to build that relationship on that, um, that will determine what side of you they see the most, especially if you have codependency issues, or if you have a tendency to hold on to people, whether they're good for you or not. So, for example, what happens if you and a guy friend, and the only thing he really talks about are sexual things or anything leading up to that? Then what'll happen, the foundation of your friendship with this person or relationship with this person is founded on sexual intimacy. So what happens, you're not going to call that person or text that person scriptures. You're not going to share with that person a revelation you got, because that's not the foundation your relationship is based on. So what will happen, you will begin to operate on whatever plane, whatever bond, whatever commonality you have. So that will be the only side of you he ever sees. And let's say he go on your Facebook page, and every time he go on there, you talking about God or something relating to Jesus or something relating to prayer or spirituality. They get confused because they like, well, this is a total different person than the person I talk to every day. And that's why. And we have to be careful about that, and not to let people make us one-dimensional. We must make sure that we remain three-dimensional. We're a three-dimensional being. We're a three-part being: mind, body, and soul. So you can't let anybody take you to just a physical, a body level. When that happens, you're just on a body level, operating on a physical plane with that person. That's all your relationship or friendship will ever be, until you start operating on a spiritual plane, operating on your soul plane, which is the seat of your will, your emotions, your consciousness, your beliefs, your morals. And if that person doesn't possess those same commonalities, then their relationship will weaken. But as long as you operate on whatever plane, commonality, as long as you operate within that commonality you have with that person on that plane, that relationship will forever be that. So never do that. Shake it up a little. If you have people and it seems like y'all just have a mind relationship, take it to another level. Take it to a spiritual level and see what happens. Then you're able to determine where to put people in your life. That's the best way, most effective way to have a peaceful life, is to make sure that people are placed where they need to be, in a courtyard, outer courtyard, and sometimes people need to be outside to the sidewalk of your temple, your house. And we need to make sure we do this and put up the boundaries. And those boundaries will act as guards to protect you from anything that will keep you from going into the life that God has planned for you to have. And I have experienced this through my life. Everybody has, because it's a part of human nature. It's a part of interpersonal relationships through life. And we must make sure that we learn how to do that. Never let anybody turn you into one facet. We are multifaceted, multidimensional beings. And if that relationship is only based on one dimension of you, that's not a strong relationship. And some people get married on top of these type of relationships. Some people build businesses with business partners whom they're sleeping with, and only have a physical relationship on the physical plane. And that's not going to last long. Especially if you're trying to live your life a certain way. So if you struggle with relationships, and if you have drama in your life, and if you ride emotional roller coasters, get off. Get off the emotional roller coaster. This is the way to end it. This is the way to have a peaceful life. I never have to deal with people calling me, cussing me out. I never have to deal with people calling me names. I don't have to deal with people trying to tear me down, because people that live and exist on that plane are outside of my house, outside of my yard, standing on the sidewalk, by the street, just like the garbage. And that's where I leave them. And I'm not calling them garbage, but they're messy. And if you're messy, then I don't need to bring you into my inner courtyard to pollute me and what I'm trying to do. Which is live a life for God, live a life of true happiness, joy, and peace. I'm sick of the temporary stuff, and we need to learn how to do that. And once you place people in their proper place, leave them there. Ladies, stop trying to make men that are only attracted to you and only have a foundation and a bond that operate only on a physical plane with you. Stop trying to make them be somebody that you have a mind, body, soul connection with. It's not going to happen. If you cannot get blood out of a turnip, my mama always told me that. If they don't have it in them, they don't have it in them. You cannot make it. You cannot change it. But what you can do is put up the proper boundaries, and then that will allow someone that is operated on the same level you are to come into your life. But these people operate as blocks. And as long as we have these blocks around us, we will never receive what God has for us. Nor will we ever even meet the people we're supposed to have divine relationships with. And it's the most fulfilling life I have ever lived to be where I am now that I have learned that. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, leave it. I did not plan on doing this today, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I know whenever this happens, it's because there's one or more people that need to hear it. All right, any questions, comments, leave them. I will answer them as best I can. You know who it is. All right, peace out.